nice and snug.
It's like we're on like a cave tour or something like that. I feel like, yeah.
It's crunchy.
It's definitely salt. Welcome to the Bernburg salt mine, located outside the lovely town of Burnberg, Germany. Operated by K+S, this mine produces hundreds of thousands of tons of high-quality rock salt annually for uses like de-icing roads, food, and water softening. What makes it unique? Well, not only has it been around since 1912, but it's over 500 meters underground.
Today we are seeing salt mining, pure rock salt.
Nowadays, other commodities like gold, iron, and copper get the airtime, but salt has always been and will continue to be one of humanity's most precious resources. Thankfully, K+S is a hardworking team of about 500 people here, ensuring we have all the salt we need. So let's see how they make it happen. This is my second K+S adventure, with my first being in 2022 at the K+S Wera operation. Also underground, they've mined an area roughly the same footprint as the city of Munich, with thousands of kilometers of tunnel and over 100 new kilometers of tunnels every year. And to make it happen, they had some neat machines.
He wasn't kidding about how dusty it gets. He's put one bucket in the air. Oh my God. So if you look really carefully, there's actually a loader back there. Let me see if I can shine my light. Oh yeah, so oh, it's like a laser pointer. Oh my God, my nose is burning.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay, back to today's visit. We started our day with a quick drive through Bernburg and then arrived at the mine site. There we met with the K+S team, including one of their senior company executives who wanted to ride along with us. After quick introductions, it was time to get dressed. Huh?
That might be
34?
There you go. Okay, next one, please.
Transformation is complete. Let's go.
Yep, since the salt they produce is food grade, keeping everything clean is a must. That's why all visitors must change into clean coveralls, boots, and PPE before entering the mine. Now in our matching salt mine outfits, it was time to head to the main shaft. But first, we had to get our emergency breathing equipment and safety briefing before we journeyed to the center of the earth.
Before we start handing out the lights and the oxygen self-rescuer to you, I would give you just a short presentation on how and when to use that oxygen self-rescuer. I will ask you to pull the lever. This top comes off in the process, and inside you will have a sling for the neck. You will have glasses, a mouthpiece, and a nose piece in there. Do you have any questions to that? So everything's safe. This is the main precaution underground at all the sites at K+S. Okay.
Okay, with the safety briefing over and a rundown of how to use our emergency gear, it was time to visit the main shaft and head over 500 meters underground.
I strongly believe cottage is very much underestimated.
Yeah.
So the transport level is being prepared for us.
Yeah.
Right on top of the skips.
Okay.
These are the skips which are counter-moving in 90-second turnaround time, 20 tons each.
Okay.
And we're going to ride on top of one of the skips in a transportation level.
How many shafts are there for this mine? Is this the main shaft?
This is the production shaft where all the raw material goes out.
Okay.
Then we have a shaft for material transport and personnel transport close by. And then we have 3 other shafts that we use for ventilation, for transporting of big material.
How deep is this shaft?
This is 540.
540 meters.
Yeah, 540 meters below surface.
Very good.
Danke, Glück auf.
After a quick rundown on how the elevators work in the shaft we'd be entering, it was finally time to head underground.
Nice and snug. Nice and cozy.
Ich schicke uns dann einfach mit Korb frei und fahrt dich wieder hoch.
Ja, mach ich.
Du, danke dir. Tschüss, bis später.
Tschüss. Ja. So about a third of a mile. We're about to drop.
So we go down now with 12 meters a second velocity, and we'll hit 540 in very short time.
Ears are pumping. So amazing.
Goes quickly, huh?
Ja, ja. Die Fahrzeuge sind alle da.
Ja. Achtung, Stufe. So there will be a high step if I have to carry something. Please watch out. Big step.
This elevator ride was fast, traveling 12 meters per second or 39 feet. In less than a minute, we'd reached the bottom.
So, welcome to Bernburg salt mine. We're now 540 beneath ground. This shaft has been sunk in 1912.
Wow.
So it's older than 110 years, basically. And all the infrastructure we are using is the infrastructure that has been granted to us by our forefathers, basically, all the miners that have been doing their work here. So we're quite grateful that we have these shafts because we can still mine our precious rock salt here. Okay, we will now continue to the visitor cars, and then we're gonna drive around 15 minutes to the field. Wir haben
Where do you
noch
live?
für mich Platz.
Well, our headquarters.
You travel a lot?
Yeah, well, yes, I do, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But often.
After getting into our Jurassic Park style ride, we settled in for the 20-minute drive to our first stop of the tour.
We are close to the shaft. This is quite old, basically. Yeah, they have been applying this areas here maybe 70 years ago. They created all these adits here. And now we use these as service ways to our current area of mining. But we have to drive around 20 minutes to our current area of operation, which is around 8 to 10 kilometers to our northwest of the site where we actually enter the underground site.
And this was all an old sea, is that right?
Yeah.
How this formed?
Basically,
A few million years ago?
many parts of Europe have been a big plain and a big ocean.
Yeah.
Right. And this ocean has partly been dried up and flooded again. And this repeated in several cycles. So you have many cycles of evaporating the seawater with some minerals crystallizing. And then you have an influx of clay and other particles. So you have a natural layering of salt, potash, and clay horizons.
Okay.
So we have
an estimated 90 meters of rock salt and clay horizons above us. And then there comes basically some clay stone. And on the ground we have more than 200 meters of rock salt still preserved. But we're not mining that because this site where we're now in is very high quality rock salt of at least 98.5% sodium chloride.
Okay. No, that's why I wanted to come here specifically, because the pictures of that, it looks amazing. We'll see it, I'm sure, but it looks spectacular. Yeah, how big the rooms are.
Yeah. So we have a maximum room height of 40 meters at the moment. And but usually we mine about 38 meters in height, 20 meters across, and then around 250 meters in length of the room.
Okay.
But you will see that.
I told you this would be pretty different than the gold mine.
Yeah, here we go. So we're entering now one of the benches, one of the big mining chambers we are generating.
Welcome to the first mining area of today's visit. I was shocked how big it was.
That is wild.
Okay, welcome to one of our mining complexes, 243. So this is our regular layout. So we have the long chambers, and they have interconnecting mining adits, connecting the next chambers to another. Okay, we have a 37 meters ceiling here, and we can mine a maximum of 300 meters of length. Yeah. This might be this is shorter than that. Very specific for our site is that we have these high rooms, and these high rooms are also generating issues considering safety. So we have to have a machine to reach the ceiling in these high rooms. Yeah. This is our Bronto Skylift. I think it's a machine from Finland, and so we can reach 47 meters. With this machine, and it will be possible for you guys to step on it and get a lift.
Oh.
As high as you want.
Wow.
Okay, as high as it's comfortable for you.
Sure.
And these colleagues here, they are part of a special group that specializes in scaling the roof, or scaling especially these areas here where we're taking the corner, basically, and cutting the pillar a bit.
Good. So they'll have us up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah. Yeah.
You up for that?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Ne, Dreiecke noch mit.
Look off.
Dreiecke noch mit.
Look off.
Dreiecke noch mit. Ja, klar. Also vielleicht können wir uns mal erzählen, oder?
Ja, ich werde mitfahren. I would go with you and then two other or drei oder zwei?
Also
Ich
vier
und
zusammen mit mir und
okay.
vier.
So we can be four persons up there with the colleague.
Okay.
Those two, I'll stay down.
Okay. Good.
You're the next one.
Ja.
Ich mach gleich den nächsten mit.
Ja. There you go.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in about 12 hours. We're gonna go to work. Yeah.
Rechts oder links? Zur Pfeiler?
Lieber nicht zum Pfeiler, darüber. So what you can tell is that the upper level is very well prepared, of course,
Yeah.
from the top access level.
Yeah.
We cut the access, and we cut it quite well because these areas are hard to reach later on.
So
And-
it's something like this stuff here
Yeah.
that they'll with the bar
yeah, but
whack.
we are also building walls
Yeah.
close to the cliff, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
So if anything drops from here, it will fall behind the wall.
Yeah.
And will not. You will have like shrapnel
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
would hit the surface of the floor, basically. And to avoid that, we're building these huge walls of loose salt, so it will just drop in there and will not have an area
I
of
see.
effect. Right?
Oh, da ist.
Don't move that much.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
No,
a
of
little,
course, the colleagues, they will work manually from up here, and you will have
just swaying all day.
You will have a swing, of course,
yeah.
up here.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
To summarize, what you said, 38 meters?
37, yeah.
37. This whole room here is 37 meters, but that's where they began. So that's the initial access. They built this entire area out at the level we are right now within this man basket. And then they've worked it down over the course, you said 6 to 12 months?
Yeah.
Over the course of 6 to 12 months, they've built this entire cavern that is now 38 meters all the way below us. You had enough, Jack? Okay.
He's
very
good with it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Simon, your turn? Yeah. I'm joking. Okay.
Okay.
After getting our heads around the mining process without the noise and action of the mining itself, we then cruised to another mining area where crews were hard at work.
So we're right on our tail of our big loading machine.
Yeah. It's much warmer.
Yeah. And dustier.
Big engines.
Yeah.
It was finally time for the main event, an active mining area.
Zantic Loader 621. This is our big loading device for loading the freshly blasted rock face, which is 5,000 tons around, depending on how much the loader already driven out. Okay. And first we will see the loader in action, loading the material here. And later we will also continue up there seeing the preparation for the blasting holes.
How long does it take to clear about the 5,000 tons?
These 5,000 tons will be cleared in
Verschieden zwischen 3 und 8 Schichten.
3 to 8 shifts, depending on how much salt we are producing daily. Okay,
Yeah.
we are fulfilling a daily demand of raw salt, so this can vary from day to day.
So like in winter, it'll be faster.
Yeah, in winter it will be more or less 3 to 5 shifts maybe.
One of the more unique machines in the heavy equipment kingdom, engineers designed these loaders to move huge quantities of earth, or in our case, salt, while keeping them compact enough to navigate the tight passageways underground. One of the most unique features of these machines is the cab, with the operator sitting sideways instead of forward. This is the case because these loaders move an equal amount backwards as they do forwards. After the digging area, we made the quick trip to see where the LHD dumps. This begins the salt's journey to the surface. The underground crusher sizes large chunks with rotating teeth, and then the salt travels by conveyor through the mine to the main shaft. Our final stop underground was the top of the room we had just explored, where the drilling and blasting happens.
So next blasting, they will blast the 18.2 and the 19.1, right? They will always move consecutively and blast two of these drilled rows at once.
2 rows at once.
Yeah.
So what is, you said 3? What is that? How many meters is that?
This is the meter.
Yeah.
You mean the depth of the blasting?
How wide?
This is 3 meters.
3, yeah.
From here to the cliff. And here you can see that this was pre-prepared by the guys which are also operating the lift, the sky lift, and they will scrape this cliff here to loosen up or to remove all the loosened material, basically, right? So the loader down there is operating safely beneath this area here.
While we're at the top of the mining area, let's head to the drawing board so I can better explain the blasting and mining process. Class is in session. Let's explain how the mining process works with our handy dandy piece of paper here. This is a side profile. This is the big room we're in. First, they mine a tunnel across to give them access for then the drilling. So here is the next slice. They're taking this one slice at a time, just like bread. So the driller will poke holes up in the top all the way down, and then they'll blast this next slice into this open space. So while they're drilling this slice, here's the muck pile from the previous slice that they've blasted at the bottom here. And you've got your loader with my genius drawing, mining this muck pile as they're drilling the next slice. Then once the loader is done down here, all of this salt is out of here and headed to the surface. They then blast this next slice into the cavern. While they're cleaning that up, they're drilling here, blast it into the cavern, blast, blast, blast. So you've got slice, 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 until the entire cavern is mined out, and they go then to the next one.
dust. We've been trained that dust is very dangerous. The silica will go into our lungs, sit in our lungs, cause silicosis, all kinds of problems. There's a lot of dust within this operation here. The loader down there, just coming in right now, stirring up that dust as he's getting in there, getting that salt. The thing with salt though is that even though it's fine, it looks like dust, it's naturally occurring and the body breaks it down once it goes into us, into our lungs, etc. K+S has all kinds of studies saying there's no adverse long-term effects, even with blood pressure, for the salt entering your body because it's natural. Within this mine, depending on demand, they will mine over 10 of these enormous rooms simultaneously. So there's not just one loader like there is the one below us. There are loaders throughout here mining all different rooms the same size as this one. It's also worth noting that there are hundreds of these rooms all throughout this mine.
Oh, it's very pure crystalline halite, yeah. So, rock salt.
Yeah, that's
basically.
beautiful.
And there's just very minor impurities of other minerals that might be an issue.
Yeah.
So this might be 99% sodium chloride here. And you can actually see the cubes of the crystals, right?
So you can use this for pharmacy.
Yes, you can use that for all kind of applications.
Can I eat some?
Yeah. Crunchy.
It's definitely salt. Yeah, very salty.
You do not need to be a geologist to decide that.
Yeah. Getting our electrolytes.
All right, now that I can say I've had rock salt directly from the source, we hopped back into the car and headed to the elevator to see where the salt emerges.
So the skip needs to go down now, pick up some salt because we have been riding an empty skip.
Oh, I see.
And now it needs to be loaded. And then we can see the unloading process up here. So it's 80 seconds from loading to unloading for one skip.
That's amazing. That's so fast.
Er fährt jetzt auf den Punkt Zero sozusagen und der andere Skip ist ja auch leer. Deswegen muss der auf Null fahren hier. Es ist jetzt nichts drin, weil wir ja Seilfahrt gemacht haben.
So it's empty because we had a personnel transport just now.
Okay.
And now the other skip down underground is being filled.
Yes.
Okay.
Jetzt wird unten Feuer gebrochen.
And there you have it, 99% pure rock salt. After reaching the surface via the skip, the salt is transferred to one of the K+S stockpiles, our final stop of the tour.
One of our main products, the grain size is 3.2 millimeters up down to 0.2 millimeters.
And what?
The most advantages or the most is de-icing salt or industrial salt for chemical use.
Nice. Salt.
Pure salt.
Very good. I just need a steak with it.
I think so. It's a good idea.
Yeah, when's the barbecue? Yeah.
So this is the operator here.
Yeah.
We have a joystick for steering and then a control screen.
They'll use this reclaimer. He'll put this into that pile.
Yes.
And it'll pull the salt.
We turn the boom and then the chain running and pull the material to the middle, and in the middle is here a bucket elevator. The material goes up and then on the gate belt conveyor and back to the diverter tower, and goes then to the loading station.
So, and they'll load trucks from there or rail cars?
Both.
Both trucks and rail cars?
Yeah.
So this will just pull salt as needed for loading?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. It's a wacky machine. Thank you so much to K+S for having us here at Bernburger Sols. I hope you enjoyed the tour as much as we did, and Glück auf.